Hey you guys, look, I am back. It's Butterfly Jewels. Welcome. If you're first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. All that. Good job. Listen, I have a question for you guys, right? Y'all know how my mind works, and of course, if I was able to go live, okay, we could talk about this and have a conversation about this. Look at my double jointed arm. But since I'm unable to go live, I guess I'll just, when I think about something random, I'll make a quick video about it. And I guess we can discuss it that way. I'll make the video. You guys comment. I'll reply in the comments. We'll have a conversation about it. Guys, I'm sorry, but this is what we're working with right now, okay? But I was just thinking, right? And this is definitely not the first time that this has crossed my mind. Absolutely not. I have thought about this on numerous occasions. I just don't always mention it because I don't always mention it because there are some people that may disagree, which I can understand because I guess what I'm about to say could be circumstantial. I mean, I know it is circumstantial. People aren't monolithic. I know everybody's situation is not the same. But I see it. I got my heat on my back. I'm about to burn my back off. Wait a minute. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Okay. So, you hear a lot of black women who talk about, black men who they have dealt with in the past and how they've been treated and certain things like that. And you hear some of the same complaints all the time. What the devil? Anyway, so here's some of the same complaints all the time, right? Like that men are like dogs and they cheat and all this kind of stuff, and like they talk to multiple women at a time. And that sometimes they might be abusive, physically, verbally abusive. How sometimes there is no commitment made. You know what I'm saying? And then they may leave and come back, leave and come back, and how so many things are expected to be forgiven of men in general. But I hear a lot of black women talk about some of these things specifically with black men, and how black men don't respect black women. And I'm not going to sit back and pretend like I don't agree with that. To an extent I do. I believe that it's not one specific. If that's how a black man feels, I don't think that it's one specific um, woman or black woman that he doesn't respect. I think that he doesn't respect people in general. He doesn't know how to respect people. But the fact that you're from the same culture, you're both black, your mama's black, we human expect them to have more respect. And I've seen guys who have called their female counterpart or significant other the B word. And it's like a clutching visible pearls, and they didn't call their mama the same thing. So I just don't think that it's just one. I think that person for whatever reason doesn't know how to respect people. And I guess it can be broken down to say, well, this is how you don't respect black women, and this is how you disrespect black women. You don't respect authority figures, and this is how you disrespect authority figures. You don't respect children, and this is how you disrespect children, including your own. You don't respect yourself, and so this is how you disrespect yourself. So I don't think it's just, it. Listen, okay, moving. I'll be on here all day about that. So let's get to the point, okay? My point is this: do people ever think about how some black mothers who are dealing with narcissism, and I mean from themselves, right? Oh, shoot. Hold on, y'all. The battery's about to go dead. I'm not about to start this video. Oh, heavens no. Oh, hold on. Okay, so do we ever, really stop and think about, really stop and think about some of these black men and what they've seen and experienced, right, in life, right? So, like, I was talking to my homeboy, and we were having conversations about him and his mom. And, I just, I understand his feelings towards his mother have come from his life experiences and everything that, they've been through. I get it, right? Because so have mine. But I'm just not really that good at judgment because I don't see certain situations from a perspective of or I don't have an opinion about certain situations based on personal experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to say, well, they should get in trouble because when I did that, I got in trouble. Like, what does that have to do with what they got going on? Like, absolutely nothing. Or, she's wrong for raising her kid that way because that's not how I raised my child. Like, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So as we talking about some of this stuff, and he was telling me about how, their relationship is, and I can just tell that he really wants to have like a better relationship with his mother, right? And he's a black man, right? And he's still learning so much stuff that he should have learned a long time ago. But I told y'all before, some people are not raised, they just age. And it's unfortunate because as children, we don't have any control over our experiences. So we just kind of take what we're given and we have to deal with it later. But what happens is, as far as these relationships go, guys, I've seen a lot of guys, black men who have black moms who are narcissists, aka the hero and the villain at the same time. The ones that make you feel like you owe them something. The ones who are emotionally unstable and raise you and to be emotionally unstable because you can only give what you have, mom. So you give your kids whatever you have, and it's like, is no one to blame, I don't believe, for certain things, because we found the cure. We found the answer. We know, and when we know better, we're supposed to do better. We're allowed to do better. We should do better. So, blaming our parents for continuing to make bad decisions and choices when we know better, it's not on them anymore. But, I've noticed that a lot of black mothers, when it comes to their daughters, they kind of teach them to be independent. Like, they have these expectations of girls, and it's the same expectations they have of every other female in the world. And it's like a competition, even though it's your child. It's like, I don't know. It just seems like that with a lot of black mothers, and I'm speaking from experience. I can't speak on stuff I don't know about. So please miss me, please. But they kind of coddle their boys. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that I'm trying so hard not to do with AJ because, imagine if I, first of all, was emotionally unstable and whatever emotion I was dealing with at the time, for 2 minutes and then jump to another emotion for 3 days and then jump to another emotion for 2 hours, I'm going to raise my son based on however I feel, first of all. So to not have someone around, when you are an emotionally hormonal creature like we are, and then we don't know how to handle it, we don't know how to deal with it, we're not self-aware of the mistakes that we can make as women. How half the time we confused about how we feel on ourselves. How in the world, you're going to be able to just give them that kind of mental stability when I believe, first of all, everyone is mentally unstable, but we're mentally unstable in different ways. And women and men are different species. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then, a lot of black women who may have certain insecurities, who may need some kind of self-fulfillment, that void is filled by their son. And then, they kind of get turned into these hub sons, right? And then the mom, and I'm not saying everybody, please miss me. But like the mom will daggone, first of all, have them thinking they're the man of the house, which that puts way too much pressure on a young boy. And then, they're a narcissist. So kids are confused about whether they're loved or hated. They don't know what that is. They don't know what love is supposed to look like. They get so confused. Then don't have a mom who is dealing with a bunch of dudes and that's showing the son what a love is supposed to look like, how love is displayed, how he's supposed to display his own love. Don't let it be no kind of physical violence, because he's going to think that's what love is supposed to look like and be confused with that. And then some black moms who they're going to make it okay for their sons to talk to multiple girls as young boys, teenagers out here lying, talking about he sleep, Keisha, and he back there with Tanya in the back, in the room. And then, you know what I'm saying? You done got him a phone line. He back here cupcaking circa, what's that, 1999? I don't know, 2020, 2003? So I don't know. He back there cupcaking. No, 2005, probably 6. I was in college when we was cupcaking. And you up here lying? You know what I'm saying? The boy got 2, 3 girlfriends and you know about it. And then you be confused when your son grows up and he expects his woman to make the same sacrifices his mama made, talking about thinking it's okay for him to have multiple women and she gonna be okay with that because his mama let it slide. Okay? She ain't your mama. Okay? But we can't be doing that. I'm not about to condone AJ talking to a bunch of women. I'm a snitch. Y'all already know that. Don't let Keisha come over there, all right, while he in the back with Tanya, all right? I ain't gonna let her hurt my baby. But listen, I'll go back there and I'll be like, hey, Keisha at the door. Tanya, Keisha at the door. I didn't let her in yet, but time is ticking. Either you go handle it like a man or she coming through. I mean, it is what I'm not condoning that foolishness. No, absolutely not. I'm not feeding that negativity into the world. Will not. Nope. Then let's say you got a son and you coddling him and letting everything he does slide. Let it just slide, everything. He don't never get in trouble, no consequence about nothing. And then he get a woman later on and think everything he does should be forgiven. Everything should slide. Now, first of all, I mean, forgiving is okay, but accepting, no, absolutely not. You ain't got to accept all that. No, that's crazy. And as mothers, we don't need to be just accepting this stuff. It's setting them up for failure. You know what I mean? It's setting them up for failure. Like, I think a lot of the issues that we have in the world would end if we decide to get back to the basics and focus on the kids. I don't know what's wrong. We not focused on the kids. People look at me be like, why in the world do you love kids so much? People ask me that stupid question, right? And I say, well, because I care about the future. And is one not the other? Hello? If I care about the future, mine and my sons, shouldn't I care about the future? AKA the children? So I'm not finna set my son up for that. Absolutely not. We already got a problem of being in survival mode at all times with no daggone survival skills. I'm not finna set my son up for that. That's crazy. Then, some black boys, mamas don't want to call the law on them if they start getting in trouble out here in these streets, disrespecting their parents, their mom, fighting them, putting their hands on them and stuff. And then we be confused, because these men think that's what love looks like, or that it's okay to hit their woman because they expect their black woman, to make the same sacrifices that their mama did. No. I wish on all the stars upon the midnight sky, AJ would call himself putting his hands on. I'm calling the law. You hear me? You going to jail, straight to jail. Do not pass go. I ain't could give you no dollars to get out. You're stuck in there. Don't let it be a Friday. You'll be in there until Monday. Better hope your friends come through. Because mama is no, absolutely. That's a reward. That's a reward. To get you out of jail is a reward. We don't reward bad behavior, my love. I shall not set you up for that kind of failure and for you to think that me or any black woman is ever going to tolerate or accept your disrespect. Absolutely not. I'm not setting him up for that. And then think that your woman's supposed to do the same thing. No. Then you want to, these young boys, I live in the hood too, y'all, so understand where some of my experience is coming from. They leave, come in, leave, come in, leave, come in, whenever they feel, whenever they want. Y'all listen, it's kids out here that's 9 and 10 years old that be outside playing at 10 o'clock p.m. You understand me? Listen, I know, ain't no way. And then you think you can run the streets and come in and out the house whenever you feel like it with your black mama. And then, your black woman who looks like your black mama, you're going to think that she's going to be okay with you coming in and out the house, in and out the house. You got to be crazy, deranged. Ain't no way. And I'm not going to set my son up for that kind of failure. I just cannot. I can't. Because then what we look like, right? We parents. And don't act like we don't know. This video is for everybody. I don't even know where we're going. But don't act like, especially some of my people, some millennials, you know what I'm saying? Some 25, 6, 7, 27, 30, 32, 33. Don't act like y'all don't understand what I mean when I say that when we made some of the mistakes that we made in life by being in survival mode with a lack of or no survival skills and making the mistakes that we made and then getting judged the way we were judged by some of our parents, some of us. Now, imagine your kid growing up and doing some of the same stuff and you ain't doing your job right now. You should be ashamed. If you're doing it now, go ahead and get ready to be ashamed of yourself in the future because you should be. You should. You really should. Because if you don't understand how your parents don't understand, how you made some of these mistakes because you went out into the world to try to find answers, looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for acceptance in all the wrong places, looking for respect in all the wrong places, looking for happiness in all the wrong places, in all the wrong things, causing you to be happy when something good happens. But then you depressed when something bad happens. Your emotions become circumstantial. They're not rooted in you. And you don't understand how your parents don't get that. How your parents don't get how, yeah, I messed up because I never got the answers as a kid that I was going to need when I became an adult. But here some of us are now limiting our children and not giving them the answers now that they need now for when they get older. Like, I don't understand, I don't know. It's a mess. I went to a meeting yesterday called Parents with Voices. And there was some mix up with some of the timing, but it's not unheard of that we have these kinds of meetings and listen, y'all know, it's not unusual that we have these kinds of meetings and not many people show up. That's not unusual. That's familiar. That's a problem. Like, I don't care if we do live in government housing, if we do live in the projects. First of all, y'all already know this is temporary for me. Okay? I don't know how we're going to get out of here, but we are getting out of here. But this can be temporary for everybody, for all of us. We were born with the innate ability to succeed. God gave us that before he already knew this before we were even formed. Like, you have all the skills naturally. But we sit there and put faith and trust in things. And then we teach our children to put faith and trust in things and people. And then they are disappointed and they have no real survival skills. In America? Get out of here. Okay, so listen. Only because I don't want to keep this video too long, I'm ending it right here, right now. But trust and believe, I'll be back. Because I don't want to make you have to watch 2 long videos all at one time. But I'll be back. I'll be back. I love y'all from the inside out. And I will see y'all soon. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.